Hello there. I am Orange Fan 13, and welcome back to another video. Because I haven't made one in a very long time. So as you can see, I'm on this website with chessboards on it. It's called chess.com. It's a great place to play chess. So I'm gonna play some chess. I'm gonna play rapid style. I think 15 by 10 is good. Oh, there's an ad. Hold on. Alright. We're heading into a match now. I'm playing as black. As you can see, my ELO has significantly improved. I am now 365, which is much better compared to 280. And my opponent just played the queen's pawn. Played knight c6. I think that's good. I'm gonna see if I can get to 400 by the end of this video. This guy is 444, so if I can beat him or her, would be an accomplishment. I think I'm gonna... Their knight is defending their pawn, so I'm gonna put my pawn there so that my knight is defending that pawn. Okay. Looks like a pretty standard opening to me. I could play f6, but then that weakens my king a little bit. I think I'm just gonna add a second knight to the center. Maybe try to go there at some point. Okay. They took my pawn. I think I'll take the knight here. Okay. I must have just made a mistake earlier, because now they're just up a pawn. Off to a great start. Okay, if I go to d5, my knight dies to the queen. Don't want that. I mean, there's only some... I'm gonna go here. I'm expecting my opponent to attack my knight with the pawn, but if not, then I can just develop pieces and then it'll be good. Looks like they're taking some time to think. Typically a good idea when you're playing chess. Gotta use your brain. Should probably think of a strategy now. I think my strategy right now is to just develop my pieces and also make sure that I'm aware of what my opponent is trying to do. Because if I just make moves and it's like, oh, I attack this knight and that's my plan, and then the knight goes somewhere else, and then all of a sudden they have this like trap that I've just walked right into because I decided I wanted to attack it without a plan. So I'm going to try to avoid doing stuff like that if I can. I'm still a low ELO chess player. And they moved their queen. Great. Well, there's only one place that I can put my knight where it doesn't die. Or I could also defend it because it's a queen attacking it. But then my opponent will just take with en passant on f6. Match is gonna... I've moved this knight probably like 3 times now. But if I don't move it, it just dies. And I don't think I should just be giving up a knight like that. So I'm just gonna move my knight to the... Oh, I can move it here, actually. It's defended by my bishop. The queen can't take it. And then if the pawn tries to go down to e6, which I don't know why they would do that, I could take, and then I'd be attacking the queen, but there's no way my opponent's doing that. Okay. So I don't think I'm gonna move my knight right now, because I gotta focus on other... I've moved that knight way too many times. I have to devote... No, I can't move that pawn, though. Because then my bishop stops guarding. Do I have to move the knight again? Because, like, I can't really... I guess I could move this pawn. I'm going to move this pawn so I can get my bishop out. I don't know if that's a good idea, though. My opponent just kind of has a queen out in the open. They want to trade, dude. Why? Okay, I think what I'm going to do... I'm going to do this. Because that knight's going to end up moving because they want to trade. So then once that knight moves out of the way, then my bishop will be on a completely exposed diagonal. And that's a really powerful bishop once that knight moves out of the way. Unless my opponent does something different, which... I mean, I'm thinking about what they would do differently. Maybe they'd move their queen somewhere. But, I mean, they just move their knight into the line of where my knight is. So I'm assuming they're trying to trade it. Because why would they move their knight there if I could just take it? So I think a trade is going to happen. Which I don't particularly want because I'm down a pawn, but I can't exactly avoid it. So... I could have avoided it, but then I would have been moving my knight for 1500 time. They didn't take my knight? That's weird. Okay, you know what? If I move my knight to e6, it attacks the queen. And then the queen will have to fall back, I think. I think the queen could go to c4, though. But then I could attack it with a pawn. No, I can't just make attacking moves like that. I gotta think them through. If I move my knight to e6, and I'm attacking the queen, where can it go? It can go to c4 for sure, because it's the only place it could stay near my territory where it's not going to get taken. But it could also fall back, which I'm going to attack the queen. I'm moving this knight again, but it's a queen attack. So, I mean, surely it can't be a bad knight move. Guess I'm just going to have to see what my opponent does. Hopefully I don't end up regretting the choice that I just made. I am expecting queen to c4, though, which is fine by... Yeah. I was expecting that. So I think now I'm going to play this move. It's blocking my bishop, but it forces my queen. It forces the queen to go back more. And also the bishop's diagonal was no longer free anyway, because there's like 2 white pawns on f3 and g2 that are kind of blocking it. So I mean, there's also a queen there. Oh, I didn't think about that check. That's fine though. I can block it. Well, looks like we're trading queens, and I lose the right to castle. I think I can make it work, though. As long as I just don't make any stupid moves from this point on. Because I can't take the queen with anything else. I have to take it with the king. That sucks. Okay. Knight falls back. Fair enough. I need to clear up my bishop's path again. Because it's still powerful on that diagonal. So I'm going to move this pawn. Attacking that pawn. If the pawn takes, then I take with the knight on d4. Even though I have my king is not on the back rank for reasons. I think I'm doing all right. I don't hate my position. I've just moved the knight 6 times in the opening. Which you typically don't want to do that. Oh, wait. I see that move. I could fork the king and the rook. That's if my opponent does something about that, though. Like, if they could just move the rook, like, 1 square over, and... Yeah, okay. Man, I called it, too, right as I said that. Yeah, this is a pretty pointless check now on c2. It doesn't really do anything. It's not like my knight can be taken, but... Like, again, I've been moving my knight way too much. I gotta develop. I can give this check, though. Which could be blocked, of course. Yeah, I didn't actually think that one through. But I'm gonna give... See, my initial plan before I moved the bishop was to go knight. Where was I planning on moving the knight? I was trying to get that pawn on a2 and attacking. Yeah, I was going to give a check on I was thinking about giving the check on c2, falling back to b4, and then taking the pawn on a2, or just taking that square if they move the pawn, and then I'd be attacking the bishop. But for whatever reason, I decided to give this bishop check. And why did I do that? I ruined my own plan. Why did I do that? There's no... I mean, I guess I could still give the check, but then I can't go to b4 anymore. I guess I'm just taking the... I probably shouldn't have done that. I could have fallen back. I don't know. Dude, I had 10 minutes on the clock, and I'm still down a pawn. Is this something that 400 ELOs be falling for this? I don't think they would. Wait, actually, you know what? Maybe that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because now they can't castle either. So both of our kings are stuck in the middle of the board. Huh. I'm going to move this rook here. I'm going to try to do a fake castle. It's technically not castling, but... I mean, it counts. They're attacking my knight. That's fine. I can move it. Again. I don't have a problem with that. I'm used to moving this knight. I'm going to put it right here. It doesn't block my bishop. And it also isn't in any sort of attacking... Oh, that was pretty dumb, I will say. I could block it, though. And then once I move my king out of the way... Okay, next game. I know what to look out for. Was my knight just dead there? Because, like, the only other spot I could have moved my knight... I could have moved my knight to e6. Why did I go b5? Why did I do that? I could have just... I didn't even see e6. I was like, oh, I can't move my knight to f5 because it'll be taken by the knight. So I'm just going to blunder my knight to a bishop. Great idea. I'm so good at chess, guys. Can't you tell? This is what it's like to be a beginner. Okay, I'm going to move this rook one square forward. I'm going to attempt to line them up on the d file. Because then I can just... I think my only chance is, like, trying to get an attack on the king. Because I'm down 4 points of material now. And they're giving me checks, which is to be expected. I'm going to fall my king back. Because I don't know if we're in an endgame yet, and I don't want to take any risks. And now my opponent is preventing the d2 check that I was planning. Which I can stop by attacking the knight, actually. Because then they have to move the knight. And then that opens the d2 square up again. The knight can't go anywhere that guards that square after the attack. Dude. First good thing I've done? Maybe? Nice. Okay, so my knight is going to end up... That knight is going to end up taking my pawn, probably. But if I attack it with a6... With h6, I mean... I don't want to do that. Because then my opponent's going to go knight to e6... And then I can't play rook d8 anymore. So I'm just going to play rook d8 now. I'm going to lose another pawn, sure. But I need to form some kind of an attack. So, you know what? My opponent can take that pawn. That is completely fine. Because now that knight can no longer prevent... Oh. Of course. I should have expected that. Well. I mean, obviously I could just take the rook. Let me do the material count real quick. If I take, then I'll be +1, because rooks are worth 5. He takes... No, but then the king takes again. So I'm just trading all of the rooks when I'm down 4 points of material. I'm not doing that. But at the same time, I have to get one of them killed. I can't stop this. I don't think there's any way that I can stop this. Dude, this sucks. Okay, you want to trade rooks. I'm going to trade on my own accord. I'm not taking your rook. You take my rook. Since you want to trade so bad. And I can't think of any way to stop it. How did I not see that coming? That's such a basic pawn attack. I was not anticipating it. Dude, what is this game? I also just want to say I've been 365 rapid for probably a month now. I've been playing a lot of rapid games recently. But at the same time, I've never gotten out of 365. Like I keep getting winning a game, then I lose a game, then I lose another game, and then I win another game, and then I'm back to 365. Like, I'm going from 380, 350, and then I'm back at 365 again after, like, 3 games. And it's like an endless loop. I'm not trading the rook. But it's gonna be a trade no matter what I do. I can't stop this. I can't stop the trade. It's gonna happen. I think I just lost this game. I don't want to resign though, just in case I end up discovering accidental brilliancy, which I don't think that's gonna happen. I do have more pawns over here, so once these rooks get traded down and I take that pawn, I think I can start attacking these 2 pawns. And 3 pawns are more powerful than 2 pawns. But at the same time, my opponent can just bring their king over to the pawns in a very short amount of time because he's only 2 spaces away from where the pawns are. And then I'm just gonna take the rook, dude. I don't. What else can I do? I could attack this knight. Well, never mind. I can't attack that knight anymore. It's fine. I'm gonna use these pawns now and try to form an attack. I don't know what that knight's doing. The knight's probably gonna go d4 check. And then in that case, oh, okay, never mind. I wasn't expecting that move. I'm gonna go right here. Never mind, they can give a check there. How did I not see that? Wait, can I go for a draw here? Oh, wait. I'm gonna see if I can trick him into getting a draw. Nope, alright. That didn't work. I'm gonna go king here. The knight has no checks left. But that pawn can check me, though, on D. Okay, never mind. Alright. I'm actually gonna attack on this side. Because I need to keep the C file open. That way my pawn just has a straight shot. Okay. I think I'm not gonna take this pawn. Because, like, yeah, the pawn will be able to promote. But I have 2 pawns that can promote. And also I need to prevent that one. So, like, yeah, they could end up promoting. But at the same time, they're gonna have to focus on defending my 2 pawns versus their 1. I think I'm just gonna leave that pawn alone, to be honest. Now the king's probably gonna go attack the pawn. That makes sense. I'm gonna move my king towards the pawn so they cannot take it. I think I'm just gonna end up taking this pawn anyway. No, but I have to defend it though. I just messed up. Alright. That was not a good plan. Great. I shouldn't have moved the pawn forward. Why did I move Oh, the pawn was already moved. Come on, man. Why is chess so hard? I swear I play a lot better than this. Typically. You can tell because I'm 365. Last video I was like 280. That was rough. That was I guess I'm just gonna take the pawn then. Because if I don't take the pawn, if I'm stuck defending this pawn and it doesn't end up going anywhere, they're just gonna promote. And then I'm just gonna be stupid. Like, I'm gonna lose that pawn. But, like, I'm down 5 points of material. Did I ever stand a chance? I don't think I did. Probably should have resigned a long time ago, but I'm not just gonna quit like that. See, 'cause, like, these pawns have no shot of promoting. These pawns, they're not going anywhere. Like this pawn can advance 1 square, and it does nothing. This pawn advances 1 square forward, it dies. I don't want that to happen. I guess I'm just gonna move my king this way. I'm gonna try to get my king involved with the pawns. Knight just checked me into where I wanted to go, so that was not... Yeah, they have a knight for defense, though. Oh, they're trying to take that this pawn right here on f5. It's not gonna happen, though. I may be down 5 points of material, but I have 2 pawns and a king. I think I can make it work against 4 pawns. I'm not winning this game, bro. This is a loss. This is definitely a lost game. See, because like, if I also had a knight, that would be really helpful right now. I'd still be losing. I'd be down 2 points of material. But it'd be so much better than... I can't even take the pawn. You know what? Okay, I'm just gonna say... I'm not playing this game anymore, man. It's not... It was a lost cause ever since I blundered something. I don't know what I blundered, but... I mean, I clearly blundered something. Should I review that game? They're 450 now. They have 356 though. I'm also in the Crystal League for trophies. I'm in 7th place right now. Wow. I have 27 points. I got 15. I got a full win in a rapid game. I got a full win in a bullet game, and I don't know if that's a full win in a blitz game, but yeah, I got 27 points. Let's review that game. Actually, I'm gonna...
A fine beginning, but you stalled out mid-game. Let's review this together.
I had a 75% accuracy. It's better than what I usually have, so... Oh, I played like a 1,000 ELO player. Yeah, right. Sure, because a 1,000 ELO chess player would be making mistakes like that. How did I have an 88% accuracy in the endgame? That was terrible. 77, 73... Okay, I only made 1 blunder. Oh, my middle game was 34. Yeah, that killed me. So it was in the middle game where I screwed it up. I had 5 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, 2 misses, and a blunder. I hate it whenever it doesn't explain the moves. Like, usually I go to a game review, and it's like, it explains the moves, like, but now it's just like, is this like a bug, or is it on purpose? I don't know. E5 is an inaccuracy. Honestly, yeah, I don't know why I didn't play D5 there. I think it's because, oh, they're defending their pawn. I'm going to defend my pawn. That's why I played E5. My opponent made a... Oh, yeah, Dude, I fall for this every single time. I make a pawn move, and then I let my opponent attack the knight. Why do I keep doing this? How did my... And then they would have just won a pawn. Dude. Well, it doesn't even matter, because the same exact thing happened. They were still just up a pawn. Fine beginning. No, it wasn't. Queen d4 is best. Knight c5. Knight d2. b4. I mean b6. My opponent blundered. Let's see if I spotted it. Nope. I was supposed to take the knight there? I was down material. Why would I trade when I'm down? I thought that was like a chess rule. Like, well, not like an official rule, but like a mental rule. You shouldn't trade when you're down material. And not trading is a miss. Because what? I don't get it, dude. Low ELO chess. It will destroy your brain. That's what it's gonna do. That was a blunder, and I could have blocked it with the pawn. Why do I keep doing stuff like this? Oh my god, dude. What's crazy is that it was equal here. I made one move. Oh yeah, this is where, obviously that's a blunder. It's where I hung my knight. Was going here a good move? No, it wasn't even a good move. I'm supposed to block my bishop on their powerful diagonal. That makes so much sense. I love this game. Yeah, okay. So I was lost whenever I blundered the knight, is essentially what happened. Like, the position was equal. I moved my knight to the wrong square. It died. And then the game was just a lost cause after that. Yeah, alright. Let's play another 15 by 10. I think this is going to be the last one I play, because I think this is already like a 40-minute video. Not sure. I'm playing as black again. I was hoping I get a game as white. I actually have studied an opening since the last time I played on film, and I studied the English opening, which is an opening for white. I was really hoping I could play as white in this video so I could show that off, but I mean, I guess however this game goes. This person is also 395. They're like 5 away from 400. Dude, my goal was to be 400, not make other people 400. So I have motivation now. C4. Huh. Interesting. This This must be some kind of gambit. I think I'm just gonna take. Because I don't see any punishment in taking the pawn. I guess that's the punishment. I gave them an absolutely free center. That's what I did. Great. Love this game. I'm gonna play... I don't even know what I want to do anymore. Like, I don't... they didn't take it. Alright. So, looks like they didn't fall for that one. Unfortunate. Let's give a check over here. Okay, they block with the knight. That's fine. Now where do I want to put my queen, though? I think my opponent's focusing on developing right now, which I also probably should be. My queen isn't actually under threat right now, so I could just keep it there, and then the knight's pinned. Oops. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because my queen is not under attack. I don't have to move it. So I'm just going to develop over here. I'm going to put my bishop on the diagonal. And then it's going to be a decent position. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. Attacking my knight. That's fine. I mean, I can just take it with the rook, so... Wait! What if the bishop's trying to go e5? And attacking my rook on h8? Oh, I almost fell for that. I was gonna be like, f5, attack, opening up the files or whatever, and then putting the bishop... No, but the bishop doesn't want my knight on b8. It wants my rook on h8. And if I play f5, then once I move my bishop to block it, I'm just losing a bishop. That would not have been good. So I'm going to play f6 then instead. Because so now if they do end up playing b8 anyway, then it'll just be a trade. And I'm still up a pawn. Okay. I'm going to move my bishop to g7. Now I'm safe to play f5. Yeah, alright. Playing f5 is safe now. Dude, I can't believe I spotted that. That's crazy. And they would... Okay, yeah, I should have... I should have seen that one coming. I don't really know what I was thinking. They blocked their own bishop, though. That's odd. Do I want to block it with the pawn? I mean, I want to block this pawn from moving further, because there really isn't any reason for me to allow that. Also, I want to open up a square for my knight, because my knight, moving any of them here is just not... I'm going to move the pawn. Yes, I'm blocking my light squared bishop, but I could also just move it to d7 if I want to. And now I can move my knight here. And I can also castle kingside. I know this pawn has progressed really far forward, but I think it's still safe, you know? My queen's just chilling on a5. Just completely unbothered. It's not like it's being attacked or anything, so... Okay, now their knight. They're just repinning their knight. I don't know why my opponent's doing that, but... Alright, that knight still cannot move. My queen is still not under attack, so I'm just going to leave it like this. And I think I'm going to castle now, unless my opponent... I don't see any way my opponent can break in right now. I think castling is a safe option, because then I can move my rook. This file, the D file, is like almost open, and there's a queen there. So if I can try to form an attack on the queen, it's even better too, because my rook would be guarded by my queen on the same diagonal. But I don't know what my opponent's plan is, though. Like, so far, I'm just trying to build up the wall. But, like, I'm trying to think of ways my opponent can break through it. This pawn is... my opponent could have taken this pawn for a while. They haven't taken... Okay. Alright. It's funny the second I started talking about those pawns. Could I have taken that pawn this whole time? I was too focused on building a fortress or whatever. I mean, I guess I could take... Do I want to do that, though? If I take the pawn, opponent takes with the knight. Okay, I'm just down a knight. That's not a good move. No, wait. I am going to do that, actually. If my opponent takes with the knight, then I just take their queen. They can't take with the knight. And their bishop's under attack. Dude, that's I really, really hate bishops. So I'm just going to pin it. I'm going to pin the bishop. You want to take my knight, I'm going to pin your bishop to your queen. It's only +1 for them, though, so my position isn't horrible. See, because it's like, it's really stupid, too. Because I have a fianchettoed bishop, too. Which, if you don't know what that means, it basically means, like, they have a bishop on a strong diagonal. Like what they had. They have the same... It's a mirror image. They have the same setup. And I casually just move my knight directly under line of fire. And they move their queen out of the way. That's completely reasonable. I don't... I would expect something like that to be played. I know, I don't like my chances in this game either. I'm just going to take that bishop then. Because, I mean, I'm just winning material, right? That pawn still can't move forward because then I can just take it with the bishop. No, but the queen's there, though. I have to think about the queen. The queen is a very powerful piece. Okay. Huh, interesting. See, I could move this pawn a space forward, attacking the knight and the queen, but there's a rook there. But then there's also another pawn that's guarding it, and I have a rook that's guarding here. And then once this pawn moves out of the way, then I can get the queen involved. This is also just a free pawn, but I'm more focused over here. This is still a free pawn, though, over here, but I don't know if I don't think I want to do that. I want to focus on attacking my opponent's pieces right now. Because I just caught a free bishop completely unexpectedly. Like, I wasn't expecting to be able to do that. So... Okay, they take with their knight. I'm going to take back with the pawn. Okay, they take. That's to be expected. Huh. Alright. I'm gonna get my knight involved, actually. Because my knight... This knight is, like, simultaneously defending a whole bunch of pieces, and it's still attacking the rook. Okay, they trade rooks. I was expecting that to happen. Alright. I'm gonna move... Do I want to offer a queen trade? I don't think I do. I think I should keep my queen alive. I think I can just block this. I'm gonna go here. That's where I'm gonna move my queen. I think my opponent's trying to form an attack, like, down here on my back rank, because that's where my king is. But I have a lot of defending pieces over there. And again, like, I have no idea what my opponent wants to do. That's the thing. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I'm trying to think before I move my pieces. But, like, I just can't read I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, I do not know what the purpose of moving that queen was. Was it to get this pawn because it's hanging? No, it's not. I can just defend. What if they're not trying to take that pawn, though? No, they're trying to take the pawn with the check. They are trying to take that pawn. Because my king is on the same row as that pawn. So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna prevent that. You're not moving that pawn. Are you freaking serious, right? Bro. How did I fall for that? Genuinely? Bro, I'm so... This game sucks, dude. I'm gonna attack. I mean, what can I do? I just lost my queen. I just made the most horrific blunder I've ever made in my entire life. Like, I think I've played better games against 100 ELO chess players. Like, I'm 356, And I blunder my queen on a diagonal that's 4 squares apart. You know what really pisses me off about this is that I was playing so much better before I started recording. I've been playing really good games of chess recently. And then I turn on the camera and all of a sudden I look like an idiot. Like a complete fool. Dude, 4 freaking squares. I'm so stupid, dude. I'm so stupid. That's a free pawn, I guess. I don't know what's... No, it wasn't. That wasn't a free pawn. Rook's dead now. Great. I'm down a whole queen. That's how much the... I'm done, dude. Frick this... No, one more. I know I'm going to win one. Oh, that was a gambit. I'm going to win a game. Yes, I'm playing as white. Let's go. All right, this is the one. I'm not getting 400 ELO this video. I don't care. That's not my goal anymore. I'm going to win this game. It's going to happen. That's not a main line in the English, right? I'm just gonna play normally. Not like the queen is threatening anything. Never mind, the queen is definitely threatening something. This is a 300 ELO game. Why are they trying to scholars mate me? But then again, I almost fell for it because I almost played knight to c3. Bro, imagine if I said, I'm going to win this game, and I got checkmated in 4 moves. That would have been beautiful. That would make for great content, but I want to win a game. I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to play this. That blocks the... Now I can move my knight here, and now I can castle, which gives it extra protection. They weren't playing in English. They were playing for a scholar's mate. That's what they were doing. And it didn't work. So, we're back in the game. Dude, I was like 3 seconds away to being like, oh yeah, knight c3. Obviously, that's the main line of the English. Okay. Oh, they're attacking my bishop. That's fine. You can have it. Okay. I could either take it with the rook or I could take it with the queen. I think I'm gonna take it... I could also take it with the knight, but I kept it there for defense purposes. I think I'm gonna take it with the rook, to be honest. I want to keep my queen on light squares because the queen and their queen and bishop are both on dark squares. So I feel like keeping my queen on squares that one of the pieces can't even attack on is probably a good idea. But then again, I blundered I just made 2 horrific queen and rook blunders last game, so what the hell do I know? Also, I'm attacking this bishop because, I mean, I can't see anything better they can do other than falling back. Yes. And now I'm going to push. I'm basically just going to make a wall. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take that pawn. Because this pawn's defending it. I'm going to move that pawn there. Okay. Do I want to take this pawn with the knight or the pawn? Which one should I take with? Right now, my opponent doesn't really have anything they can do other than developing pieces. They have, like, basically nothing developed. They are up a pawn, though. Oh, that's because they just took my pawn. It's going to be a trade after this. I could take it with the pawn, but then that completely opens up the file for the queen and the rook to just demolish me over here. So I'm going to take it with the knight, because I don't want to open that file for the rook or the queen. I feel like keeping this pawn here is a good idea. Yeah, because if I had the queen would have been able to just go to the h1 square, and I don't even want to know what would have happened after that. So, my opponent isn't actually threatening anything right now, because, like, the queen can't take that knight. So, I'm going to progress forward, continue with my wall of pawns. I could have blocked it with the bishop. I could have blocked it with the pawn. No. Let's just let them walk right in. Such a good idea. And now I have to move my my king. Dude. What's crazy too is I just heard about the strategy. Do not play chess selfishly. You need to read what your opponent. You need to try to figure out what your opponent is doing, and that's how you decide your move. That's I'm ignoring what I don't understand. Why am I playing so bad? Like, all of a sudden, I was playing beautiful games of chess yesterday. Like they were beautiful games. And I can't even take this rook because it's pinned. I'm going to attack the queen with the rook. My opponent still has 15 minutes on the clock, and they're winning. That sucks. Like, what? What am I even... What can I do? I can't... Oh... They're up 4 points in material, dude. Dude, it's a queen. It's a king and rook fork. Are you serious? I can't even take this rook. Oh, this is the most frustrating. Wait. Why would my opponent take the rook? Then they're just losing their queen. That's not a good trade. What was the point of that check? You can't take my rook because it's defended. You can't take my rook because it's defended by the bishop. You can't take my other rook because it's defended by the queen. What was my opponent trying to do with that check then? I was over here all freaking out because I thought my rook was going to die. That didn't happen though. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, the pawn. Okay, that makes sense. I still can't take the rook. Oh. If I play h3 with my bishop, then the queen can just give me another check, and then... Dude. I think I'm just gonna continue with my attack. Because I don't see any way that my opponent can make progress with the queen and the rook. So I'm just gonna attack over here. I should have expected that. Okay, something really crazy that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna see if they spot this. Okay, well, so much for that. I guess I'm just gonna... My knight over here. Dude, I should have just left the king alone, dude. If I did nothing about that king, I could have went here and it would have been a king and rook for... Why did I do that? I keep spoiling my own plans like an idiot. Like, I have... Like, ooh, I see something really good. But then I'm like, wait, I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I play something else that's completely idiotic, and it ruins the whole plan. Like, what's the point if I'm not even going to do what I wanted to do? And that wouldn't even have worked. It's defended by the pawn. The pawn is defended by the queen. I can't. What do I have to do to win? What do I... What else do I have to do to win a game of chess? I don't get it, bro. Attacking the queen, dude. Sure. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna prove to you guys that I do not always play like trash. Alright? No, it wasn't this one. It was this one. This game that I played. I don't think this one was a rapid, though. Oh, it was a rapid. Okay. Yeah, wait, look at this. Let me go to analysis. Or not. Look at this. Okay. Look, okay, in this position, we castle at opposite sides. When you castle opposite sides, you want to have an attack where your opponent's king is. I already had that idea. I was expecting my opponent to castle there. I went for the center though first. Okay, we did some pawn trade. This was the first capture of the game, the pawn trade. My opponent, like, I'm basically just like molding my attack. My idea was to have my queen over here and basically just like back rank mate my opponent. They moved their queen out of the way. You can see this knight. I have this knight formation here. Look at this checkmate. Look at this queen and knight checkmate. And I played this game yesterday. This was the kind of stuff where it's like, yes, I'm going to get 400 ELO. Then I turn on the camera and I lose 3 games in a row. That's just chess for you. So, yeah, that's it for this video. I'm gonna go study now. Yeah. If you enjoyed this kind of stuff, maybe you consider giving the video a like. Maybe subscribing. You don't have to do any of that though. If you watched to the end, that's enough for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.